tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spin. Made it killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Check, 59. And I'm coming out to you.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on third down. Stafford. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Watch out for Hill on the return. And fights through one man. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Devon Kennard just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Mahomes on target here to Hardman, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 33 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now, that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Stafford now to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. To throw is Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 34.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
60. Silver.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
from the 17. Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now Mahomes. He's got a man. It's Williams. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
And again, it's Mahomes. Caught. Kelce, left side.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Robinson with a big catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Stafford. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Throwing again. Stafford. Looking deep now for Amendola. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. The hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He's able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Trey Flowers showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll him out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all. And the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Leroy! 59 Mike.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
54. I don't think you got it, son. Mike.
On first and 10, Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Stay 50.
On second and 12, Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's James. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing is Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stafford down to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to do.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Again, it's Williams. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Big cheers right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They pick up there 5 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll buy some time right. That is caught inside the 5. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Mahomes going to throw it here. Flushed out right. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said,
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do, lace up the shoes, taste up the rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball lane. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 20. Two-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Net, lady. 159. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's McCoy. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 33 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Next to score, Chiefs 7, Lions nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys.
Marvin Jones, the 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it with McCoy. Gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On the move to his left. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Mike Daniels able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. 20. Caught Kelsey, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 49 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. That's some strong running. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 70 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Prater for the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep, and this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for KC, 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mike Daniels picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Rolling to his right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's McCoy. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. 1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
He wasn't ready.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Double right.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to go for a big play now. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped. Where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Devon Kennard. Excellent job on that play. A big loss. 18 yards. After the sack on first down, Mahomes. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit it. There's the penalty.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Stepping up, he'll try and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Mike Daniels getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
Set, yellow 20! 54, right 54. So don't say nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This is Johnson. He's got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Set, yellow 80! Yellow 80! 53! It's going to be a long day.
Stafford on 3rd down. Found his target, it's Anderson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. From the gun, a run for Johnson.
Chris Jones on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 7 at the 39-yard line.
On second down, Anderson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for the Lions. First down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Johnson again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Chiefs now going to use the timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, get a 20! 6-7!
Watch the pass! Watch the pass! Mike 56!
Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4th down and 1.
Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on 4th. Running for it. Here's Anderson. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Mahomes now to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.